Hello! We're live.
Hello.
Tonight, we're with Amber and Dan. It's Carnivore Life. So nice to have you guys here with us. Me. It's just me tonight. So nice to have you guys here with me tonight.
Yeah, we're happy to be here.
Awesome. So, in your email it says kicking diabetes. I think in your title of your YouTube channel, right?
So my original YouTube channel was Kicking Diabetes Ass with Keto.
Oh, okay.
And so we changed it. And so the URL still shows, even though I just changed it the other day. So I thought it would, change it over, but it's still showing up as Amber Kicking Diabetes, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. But did you do it? Did you kick the diabetes?
We're still trying. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, do you guys have diabetes? Or how? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was diagnosed January 2012.
Okay.
We found out the hard way. You want to tell her the story?
If you want.
I let myself get away. I was almost 500 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So,
and you were, how far were you from actually dying? What did the doctor say?
I don't know if I'd have made it another day.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's really intense.
He said if I'd have waited till the next day, he said I probably wouldn't have made it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
You survived. That's good.
Yeah, I think my blood sugar was 154 or 157, something like that. Or no,
it was 570. 572.
Yeah.
Was when we found out he was, he had diabetic ketoacidosis. He was real sick. He was in the ICU for 9 days. In the hospital, a total of 2 weeks to try to get it under control and everything. And it's just been a constant, it had been a constant, struggle to get his blood sugar down.
Yeah.
We tried everything. And this was before we even knew about keto, carnivore, and all that. I didn't discover keto until 2018. But from 2012 to 2018, those first 6 years, it was a constant struggle. He was in and out of the hospital on insulin drips all the time. Because, we took the sugar out and we limited our carbs, but we just kind of,
well, we went by what they said, what the doctors said they can and can't have.
The doctors, the nutritionists, and all that stuff. And they,
that didn't work.
No. And then we, when my son was in football, one of his coaches and his wife, they were doing the keto diet and they were losing weight. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to try this. So we went keto and, we came to terms at first that, he was just going to be a high functioning blood sugar. There was no doubt about it. He was in between the 300s and the 400s. We could not get his blood sugar down. He was taking 4,000 or 2,000 milligrams of metformin a day. And we still couldn't get it below 300 when he would do that. And we discovered the keto diet. And when we went straight keto, his blood sugar had dropped in a couple weeks down to 127. Or was it 147?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It dropped. Just by taking all the carbohydrates out. We had already taken out the sugar.
Yeah.
But just by removing the carbs from our diet was just the difference was just night and day. It was amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now that we've gone carnivore, I don't even use my metformin. I haven't touched a pill in a while now.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I wish I had clapping sound effects. That's amazing. I'm so happy about that. So, but how long have you guys been doing carnivore then?
So we started out January this year. We started out on a ketovore journey. We did ketovore, so January, February, March. And then come April, we did the Triple Beanie Challenge with Carnivore Quest and the whole community there. And we just decided that after that, after the way it made us feel and how we started really noticing a difference in our bodies. I mean, not so much as weight loss, but just in how we felt that, we just were thriving better on just a carnivore diet.
Sure. Okay.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, every once in a while he'll have a hamburger with a tomato on it. No bun, but with tomato, as an every once in a while thing. But for the most part, I would say we're like 99.5% carnivore.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, I think I'm around that also. Because I might have lime on my food once in a while. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, and those little tiny tomatoes, oh, I can't get enough of those.
Oh, I love cherry tomatoes, right?
Yes.
Don't tell me about vegetables. So, first of all, this is amazing that you guys, your success on this kicking of the diabetes. So, Amber, do you have diabetes also, or just Dan?
Yeah. Yeah. So
okay.
I was diagnosed March of 2022.
Okay.
I was very shocked too when she told me, because I went to the doctor with him.
Mm-hmm.
And she, it was his appointment, but she says, we're going to get some blood work on you and all this other stuff. And so I was like, okay, and then she calls me a few days later and she says, you're diabetic. And I said, you're kidding me right now. And I mean, like I said, we've been we were keto at first, Carnivore. Mm-hmm. And when she told me I was diabetic, I'm like, how? How is this possible? Because I mean, we take, we've stayed away from the sweets. We did have carb slip ups here and there, but for the most part, it was like, how?
Yeah.
But it runs on both sides of my parents. Both sides of both their parents had it.
Okay.
My mom and dad have it. My mom was just diagnosed a few years ago. And, there's just all kinds of things that run in the family. So it's like, okay, I guess things are starting to make sense, because I have PCOS, and PCOS, mm-hmm. as makes us gain weight.
Right.
And we get that hard to lose weight around the belly, mm-hmm. and which is one of the things that will lead into diabetes later on in life,
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I mean, so she didn't even put me on metformin. She put me on I was on that Truvia. It was a Truvia shot, and I didn't like that. I didn't like injecting myself. So then she put me on the pill, this pill that you take once a day to lower my A1C. It wasn't metformin, mm-hmm. but it was something to lower my A1C. So we actually have a follow-up with her at the end of this month, and we're going to go get our blood work done.
Okay.
So we can't wait to find out our results to see, how we're doing and if we finally kicked diabetes in the butt. So
I hope so.
Right over the border with the number. I think I was like 6.2. So my A1C wasn't high.
Yeah.
But, still enough for me to be diagnosed as a diabetic. So I'm like, well, shit.
I bet that, because how long have you guys been carnivore now?
So
January.
Since April.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We did triple B&E for April. Then we were full carnivore the month of May. And then that last week of May, we had that bender where life was crazy and chaotic at the time. So we just kind of went hog wild on the food and didn't really care what we were eating.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, just starting in June, we were back to, the carnivore again. So I feel like we started over in June.
Okay.
Just because of that whole week that just messed us up. So,
yeah.
We just, however you want to look at it.
Sure. Okay. I understand. I'm sure your blood work is going to be awesome. I hope. I'm hoping.
Yeah. I think it will, because we've been doing really good.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to do my blood work in September. I didn't get I drank a black coffee, and so they wouldn't do my cholesterol. They wouldn't tell me what my cholesterol was. Isn't that weird?
Drinking black coffee?
Yeah, with no sweetener, nothing. So next time I go, they want you fully fasted, apparently, from the night before.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So I've never had blood sugar issues, even though I've felt like low blood sugar, the effects of low blood sugar before. Yeah, I don't know where you're like shaky, but I've never been diagnosed with anything. But I have a thyroid thing that came about after my first pregnancy. So
Okay.
I gained like 80 pounds in my first pregnancy. And then it just kind of stuck around for a while.
So did I. I did. I gained 80 pounds with my first pregnancy, but I was only 20 at the
Okay.
time too.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then I've been puffy ever since then.
I understand. I understand. I think carnivore is the way to go. I think that's really
Yeah.
like it's helped me a lot. But I would even take the weight back for all of the. Let me make this make sense. Like I wouldn't care about. I wanted to lose weight, but everything else that has happened is so much better than the weight loss. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like if
Yeah.
I couldn't lose any weight, but I was done with the aches and pains, the diarrhea, the IBS, and all of that stuff is like 1,000 times better for me. And hopefully maybe my thyroid will get healed also.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, how long have you been carnivore?
I've been March 1st. March 1st is when I started.
Okay.
But yeah, I had like a week slip up. We went on vacation and it wasn't like I was eating sweets or anything. It was just the food that I had available was what I had to eat.
Right.
Because it was like a hotel resort and they made a meal and you're going to eat that meal. And I tried to stick to the carnivoreness of it. For the most part, I was just too hungry because I couldn't eat the amount that I was like, I needed to eat. So,
Yeah.
but I felt bad for like a week. It's like, yeah.
And isn't it crazy how
Yeah.
like you slip up that one time and it's like, why do I do this?
Yeah. But we were at the beach, so I had a lot of fun and I wouldn't give up the beach part, but I should have figured out the food.
So was it like an all-inclusive thing? And
Yeah.
they bring you the food? Okay.
Yeah, it was that sort of thing. Like, so we were basically trapped on a beach. You had to go take a boat to get to the beach, and we were camping on the beach for like 3 days, and it was awesome. It was so
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Yeah. So, and we don't have any way to get off the beach, so the food is cooked there, and you eat what they cook.
Bring your fishing pole, catch some sharks.
Oh, I should have. We were trying to catch tiny little fish in like little streams, and that didn't work. Like with our bare hands with the kids. Okay, I've gone totally off, but just the subject of eating bad. No, I'm pretty strict though, because I see like, yeah, when you go off, you feel so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And because you only
And it's
realize
not
that.
just
You know,
guilt either.
Oh, it's not the guilt. I don't feel guilty. I feel physically terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like even at my daughter's birthday party, I was like 2 months in a carnivore. I'm like, I am not eating a piece of cake at all. I like licked the frosting just to try it, and that was it.
Yeah. We try to stay away from all of that stuff. So we if we can, we avoid birthday parties.
Oh, okay. Sure.
But I mean, we do have pretty good willpower when it comes to stuff. But we did have one slip up at the baby shower.
What happened?
Well, my daughter, she values our opinion, and she's very critical of the things she does. And she made cupcakes, and she made them with she made a lemon one and a chocolate peanut butter one with lemon filling and peanut butter filling.
Yeah.
And she wanted us to try them. So what we did was we took one of each and we split them.
Oh, okay.
We could try it for her and give her an opinion, So we each technically had one cupcake, and that was it. But we stayed away from everything else, and
yeah.
I even recently posted a video afterwards, and and I mean, it took a lot for me to go onto YouTube and admit defeat, and to let my subscribers and everybody else know that we had did what we did, but
yeah,
we're trying to stay accountable, and we're
Sure.
So I mean, and nobody's perfect.
Nope. No. It's true. And That's what I love about this group of carnivores. When I did keto, I never found a group like this, and I was never inspired to do a YouTube channel. But somehow, when I started day one of carnivore, I started a YouTube channel. I'm like, I'm gonna do what Kip did. I'm gonna document it from day one. Oh, I don't know if he started day one, but he inspired me to start Carnivore Kip.
Yeah.
And yeah, it helps. It helps to have other people to talk to, similar experiences, even if they aren't the same exact thing. And then, yeah, and we're not killing each other if we eat a cupcake. Yeah, we get it. We're human. But the idea is to just like get back to it. If you fall off, get back to it. And that's for everybody listening. It doesn't matter if you fall off, or even if you do it intentionally. If you do it intentionally, like, I'm going to taste my daughter's cupcake. Okay, cool. Great. Next day, get back on the meat. Get back on the BBB&E.
And that's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, I take a lot of my inspiration from Larry and Cassie because, you know, they are just like us. They're on our level. They're the same age. They're doing, you know, they're doing this for the same reasons we are. And, you know, it just really helps to have them, you know, on our side because, you know, they've slipped up, they've screwed up. They've had their YouTube channel for 2 years now. And they've showed, you know, they've been very vulnerable, showing all their ups and downs with this journey. And so it's very refreshing to have them on our side.
Sure, absolutely. They're awesome.
Yeah.
I've seen some of your videos about your food, the food you guys make. It looks so yummy. I need to try your Salisbury steak. Is it Salisbury steak or with the butter sauce?
So it is Salisbury steak.
Okay.
You know, that was one of our favorite meals was Salisbury steak.
Okay.
And of course, you know, we didn't have the mashed potatoes with it, but usually goes with it. But you know, you got to break up the monotony. And when you're on the carnivore diet and you're on a budget, it's really hard to stick with it, you know, and especially when mostly what you're eating is ground beef and we're eating hamburgers all the time. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to make a brown butter gravy, beef gravy, and make the Salisbury steak. So what I did was I took Larry's beef bone broth recipe. I did that. And then I used that bone broth to make the gravy with. And the only thing in it that wasn't carnivore was a xanthan gum that I used to thicken the gravy. But it was so good, wasn't it?
It sounds so good.
It was totally carnivore, you know? And so, I mean, it was just one of those things where it was like, oh my gosh, we could eat this all the time.
That's awesome. I have to try it. I'll have to try it.
Yeah, definitely try it. I mean, it's really, really good. And, you know, I did the brown butter, like, because old school gravy, how my mom taught me how to make it was with bacon grease and flour.
Right.
You'd either add your milk for your white gravy or you add your chicken broth or your beef broth, and that would make your gravy, and it would be nice and thick. And of course, you know, we're carnivore. We can't use flour.
Right.
So, I mean, and I just get these ideas in my head, like, what can I do to make this recipe, but make it so it's carnivore? So I was like, oh, I can make it with brown butter. I bet that would be really good. And I cannot stress enough, use unsalted butter.
Oh, you mentioned that multiple times. Yeah.
The first time I made it, I didn't have unsalted butter and I used regular butter. And I mean, it wasn't like to the point where it was so bad we couldn't finish it and we had to throw it away, but it was pretty salty. Because, you know, if you make brown butter, it's like it intensifies the salt.
Right. So no salty butter. No, we don't have that in the house here because I will oversalt everything.
Yeah.
I already oversalt everything, and I'm trying to be better about that for my kids and my husband. So how many kids do you guys have?
We have 3.
Okay. And how old are they?
So they're 26, 24, and 15.
Oh, okay.
Almost 16.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah. I saw a picture of your son on Facebook. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cutie pie.
Yes.
And how does this work in your family? How are you? Okay, so does the 26-year-old and the middle one, do they live with you or just your youngest?
Yeah, just the youngest.
Okay. So how does that work in the house? Like, is everybody carnivore or what?
We try, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, we try. Because like I'll say, oh, I made hot dogs for dinner. Okay, well, do we have any buns? No, we don't have any buns. All right, that's okay. I'll just eat something else.
Oh, okay.
So
We got a weird kid. He don't even like steak. I don't get it. But
yeah,
I don't get it either.
he's super picky when it comes to meat. Like um, he'll eat hamburgers, he'll eat hot dogs, but he won't wrap it in lettuce or at least a low carb tortilla. He wants
Yeah.
a bun.
Okay.
So, but he won't eat steak. He won't eat pork chops, pork steaks, any kind of steak, really. He won't eat it.
Oh, wow. It's so interesting. My 5-year-old will eat practically raw steak. I cook it just cook the outside and make sure it's not like cold, and she will eat it like I will eat it.
Yeah, and we get I know you miss Walmart. I should try to send
miss
you.
Walmart. I do miss, no, don't send me anything. Don't send me
I
a
hear you
single
say
thing.
all the time. I miss Walmart.
It won't make it to me. I have to get stuff FedExed here. No, it's too expensive. I'm going home next year. I'm going to Chicago next year, so I will go.
Are you moving back or just for a visit?
I'm visiting. For visiting.
Okay.
I love it too much here. Okay, guys, my rent is like $300 a month. I said that on a live stream in my 3-bedroom apartment. I'm not moving back to Chicago. It's like $2,000 a month for a 2-bedroom with 1 bathroom. No.
We're paying $1,600 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, California is so expensive.
And we're
Chicago, don't move to Chicago.
in a big city.
Yeah, no. Oh man.
Yeah. So I see Cindy's in here. Hi, Cindy.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. I want to meet her someday. I just want to give her a big hug.
Cindy, you are invited onto a live stream with probably Amber and Dan. I'm inviting her onto your live stream and onto my live stream. Here's a question for you guys. Does Amber and Dan have a YouTube channel or Facebook page?
We don't have a Facebook page. We're in some carnivore groups, but we do have a YouTube channel.
And it is called?
It is called just what it is, Amber and Dan's Carnivore Life.
There you go. I have an idea for your son, because my son is also a picky eater, but he's only 7.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so and I think it's cheaper than steak. It's pork belly. You go to a butcher, any butcher, get pork belly and get them put it through the grinder 2 times. This was my husband's idea. I thought that was blasphemy.
Okay, I caught this the other night. You were talking about this.
When he told me his idea, and I'm like, no, don't do it. It's going to be horrible, but it's delicious. It's so crazy. So pork belly through the grinder 2 times at the butcher and bring it home. And then you make little patties. Like you can do little nuggets with salt. They're like chicken nuggets. It's crispy on the outside, gooey and delicious on the inside. It's so good. We don't buy bacon because it's so expensive and it tastes weird here. But the pork belly is really good. So just an idea for your son. My kids ask for that almost daily.
Now he does I'll make fried chicken with the pork panko, dipped in egg in the pork. He does like that. He'll eat that with homemade carnivore ranch.
Yeah.
And he'll eat bacon, eggs, sausage. What else does he eat?
Junk.
Yeah, my kids we have fruit in the house. They were asking for rice for a couple days, so my husband made it. I'm like, don't ask me. I don't know how to make rice. I hate rice. So, but rice is very Latino. They love the rice. Okay. So we had some rice, but I don't eat that. And then we just wasted half of it. They won't actually waste their pork belly nuggets, their chicken nuggets, whatever we want to call them, but they will waste the rice. And we have fruit in the house, so I guess they're on Paul Saladino's carnivore diet. No honey. If we have honey in the house, they literally won't eat anything. They will not eat a single thing if we have honey. It's crazy. They'll just want to eat the honey. They will eat other food, but it's very difficult. They'll just keep asking for it. So we don't have that. But we also don't want to make them feel like they're going to, when they're teens, what's it called? I don't have teens yet. I have a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. What do teens do? Revolt. Oh, we don't want them to revolt when they're 7.
Oh, yeah.
When they hit their teens. So when we go out, if they ask for like a cake or like an ice cream, we let them have it. But in the house is almost daily carnivore with a little bit of fruit for them.
Yeah.
And the pork belly is super cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah,
I think
he
we get
likes
like.
it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We don't want them rebelling. We don't want them later in life. At least if we start teaching our kids at whatever age, hey, don't turn out like us.
Exactly.
Like we've learned, we did this the hard way, so you don't need to do it.
And that's what we've been trying to tell him because, he's a little soft around the middle. And at first when he was, a few years younger, we thought, he's going to grow tall and stretch out and it'll grow out of it. No, it's still there. And we've tried to tell him, you need to start eating better because look at me and your dad. We're both diabetic. Do you really think it's going to pass you up? It's going to skip you? No.
Oh, yeah, I understand. I think sometimes, I know this sounds really funny with my daughter, I will tell her the exact opposite of what I want her to do to get her to do it. Mm-hmm. Like she was having a little bit of a temper tantrum maybe last week. And then she likes runny egg yolks. So do I. She's very funny. She'll eat like me. So I made like 5 or 6 of them. And then I'm like, first I said, do you want some? No. Okay. Then I said, okay, none for Brianna. And I just started eating them. You don't get to eat any of them. And then she came over. Like say the opposite and maybe look, Carrie says teens do the opposite, but you tell them just because. So tell them the opposite.
Right?
Only eat sugar. I don't know if that'll work, but
exactly. So, you can't have fun with your hot dog.
yeah, exactly. I wanted to say, Roger, if you want to put the links to your Facebook groups here, you are absolutely welcome to do that. Roger's my friend from Facebook, and he has some, the Carnivore Advocate and the Fed Up Fat Dude. So Roger has a crazy story also. I know you put it in the comments a couple days ago, but anybody, if you have crazy or normal or whatever stories, put them in the comments and we'll pop them up on the page here. So Cindy says that, heck, my 40-plus-year-old sons are rebellious.
Girl, I guess I'm telling you, okay, so my 26 and my 24-year-old daughters. My 24-year-old daughter had a scare a couple of years ago. She's pretty big, and she found out the hard way that she was diabetic. She was in the ICU for a few days, and we have been trying so hard to get her to this way of eating. And I mean, she is stubborn.
Yeah, you can't tell her nothing. She knows everything.
Yeah. And of course, my other daughter, she's, my oldest, she's a little opinionated and, just like, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to do, this is working for me. Okay. Well, when you're diabetic like your mom and dad, then call me.
Please don't get there. No, I think that, anything I experienced this in various areas of life. Like I don't have this problem with my kids because they're so young, but other family members that I love, I keep trying to promote this lifestyle to them. And I think it's harder if it's your family members. It's easier for a perfect stranger to listen to you and be like, hey, maybe that's a good idea, than your family member to be like, hey, wow, you look amazing. You're so healthy. You're losing weight. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, right. Everybody else tells us that we're doing it wrong. We're going to die of heart attack and all that. And
yeah. At least I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that directly from anybody yet, but I wish. I'm curious. Okay, so you mentioned that your parents had diabetes. I just want to bring up like a separate example. My dad, I remember he always had like very bad stomach problems. I remember probably when I was like 10 or 11. He was always complaining about stomach pain. And then I got around to like 30 something, was having chronic stomach pain and like IBS.
Okay.
Do you ever remember your parents complaining about stuff, and then you, when you got to a certain age, having similar things and just thinking, oh, that's life, that's normal? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, not really.
Oh, okay.
My parents, if they ever did complain, they did it quietly.
Oh, okay. So you didn't hear about it. I just remember that. And then, because I was always thinking like back pain is normal, IBS must be normal. My dad had it, and now I have it. Like, I was just curious. Like, it's just funny because now it's not normal. Now I realize all that's just a bunch of baloney. I said I wouldn't swear on live streams. It's just a bunch of baloney. It's not true. It's just how terribly we're eating, and we're like making our bodies totally terrible to live in.
Yeah, exactly. It's, and that's what we're trying to do with this channel, with your channel, with Cassie and Larry's channel, with Kip and with Sean. We're trying to get the word out that, this is the healthy way of life. It's not carbohydrates. It's not sugar. The ADA has it wrong.
Right.
Okay. Totally. The food pyramid apparently has been upside down this whole time.
Right. Yeah. And then you have like food studies like Tufts saying like, I did a video about the food study of Compass, whatever it's called, Tufts University. And like eggs are less healthy for you than cornflakes or Cheerios.
Yeah. That's like, what? Right there. Yeah.
Totally. Oh man.
Now, when I first saw that, I believe it was Jesse Waters on Fox News had announced it. That who was it? I forget who was saying it, but they were claiming that frosted mini wheats is more healthy for you than a pound of ground beef or a few eggs cooked in butter.
What?
And
this is so nuts. It's so backwards.
Yeah, and I agreed that I would never get political on my channel. So
okay. Yeah,
I'm so tired of the BS with everybody and the whole conspiracy with everything. Like all of a sudden, the foods that are good for us aren't good for us anymore. Yeah. Because, the people up in Washington, I'm not going to say the word, but, they've got the FDA and the ADA and all those other people in their back pocket, because as long as they're still shoving those man-made chemical medications down our throat, we're gonna, they still have a way, because there's no money in cures.
Right.
But there's no fee, there's no startup fee. You don't have to pay anything a month. All you're doing is buying good, healthy, nutritious food and eliminating all of those bad things from your life: diabetes, heart disease, high cholesterol, all of that stuff. My one of the things that so in the live the other night, I was the one saying that I have dysmenorrhea, and since starting Carnivore, I have noticed such a difference in how I feel. Like before, every month it was excruciatingly painful. I mean, I've given live birth to 3 children, one without any drugs, and was fine after that. But when you have a period so bad it puts you in tears,
right?
But since Carnivore, that pain has not been as bad as it was before.
That's awesome. I'm so happy. I'm so happy about that. Yeah. Oh man, another woman that understands the pain. I don't think I have you were telling me in the chat that, so what you have is like a worse level of endometriosis. It's like the next level. Oh my God, that's terrible. So I was never diagnosed, but I only actually found out that it was actually labeled a thing that wasn't normal when I did a YouTube video about it. And someone's like, you have endometriosis. And I started Googling and I'm like, what? How have I not known my entire life? I thought this was more or less normal and that I just was unable to deal with pain like every other woman could. because I'm almost fainting. Actually happened once. I almost fainted in a team meeting at work. And I ran out and everyone's like, what's wrong? And I put my head between, and I'm like, I got to go. You're not supposed to leave work. But yes, it gets better after kids. It gets better after kids. I noticed that.
Yeah. You know, and I didn't even have it my whole life. You know, I've been, since I was 13 years old, I've been, you know, menstruating. And it wasn't until 10 years ago when it got worse.
Oh, okay.
It was after my third child, Dominic, and within a year or so, that's when they started getting really bad.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's an age thing, and because I had him later, I don't know what it is, but yeah, since going carnivore the last couple of months, I've noticed, hey, these periods aren't so bad. Like, you know, I don't have to pop 8 Advil in a day to get the pain to go away. And
right. Yes.
So.
I want to look at some of the comments in a second, but I will say I had a dental operation that coincided once with my menstrual cycle sometime in my 20s. And the doctor gave me some like fake Vicodin. It wasn't really like Vicodin. It was like some, what do they call it? Generic brand of Vicodin. No. It was like a generic Vicodin. It had some other name, but it was Vicodin. And then that was like, I felt nothing. I was like, I don't feel any pain. This is amazing. But if you've ever taken Vicodin, you're like an instant zombie.
Yeah.
It's the worst. And I'm like, okay, so now I know that I need narcotic drugs if I don't want to be in pain during my menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And to think I thought that was normal my entire life. That's so nuts.
Isn't
okay.
Crazy?
It's crazy because other women are like, yeah, I have cramps. Why can't you deal with them? Because I didn't realize what I having wasn't a cramp.
Right.
Oh, because my mom also and my grandmother also had similar situations. And then my grandmother, who had like, I think 7 children, was told she wasn't going to have children, probably because of her menstrual cycles, but she had a bunch of kids. She said, screw the doctors. I'm having kids. Okay, so Tirza, I hope I'm saying that right, Tirza, after WLS, my 13-year-old wants to eat healthy. She asks her phone for a list of healthiest foods. It tells her apple juice. Polyphenols, antioxidants, vitamin C, help cure cancer and help prevent diabetes. Oh my God. I know, it's crazy. There's so much false information out there by the vested interests. Yeah, I try not to get political also, but I don't know if this is really political. I think it's kind of just truth. Nestle made $98 billion last year. Nestle. They don't even make food. They make poison. And they made $98 billion last year. It's so crazy. So it's those. Ridiculous. Yeah, it's like those are the reasons that her 13-year-old finds out that stuff that's going to give her diabetes is non-diabetic. I mean, exactly. I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but I don't know what else was on that list of food.
Well, I don't know. Put in the comments, y'all, if you guys caught Dr. Barry's recent video about the American Diabetic Association.
Somebody already did.
Diabetic food, when the Apple Crisp video. Did you guys see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so he was reading off the recipe, and the ingredients were like brown sugar, flour, regular sugar, apples. What was it? I can't remember all the other stuff, but it was like one serving, which was like a half a cup serving, was I think like 30 grams of carbs. And this was from the ADA website, the American Diabetic Association website. So Carrie says she saw the video.
Yeah, I need to watch that video. This is crazy. I watched Carrie's interview at Homestead How with Dr. Kiltz, and that was super informative, and I understood so much more about my body afterwards. So that's a good video to watch also.
I don't think
I think he was there I think it was like 2 days ago. I watched it this morning. I was listening to it this morning. But Carrie flew to Alaska, so I don't think it was today or yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. No, we don't. Parents know nothing. Because we're just as dumb as our parents before us. And then they're going to be dumb when they're parents also. In the future.
really thought we had hope for the young one, but he's still. I mean, for the most, he'll eat some of the stuff I cook, but if like we're having steaks for dinner,
Yeah.
he'll at least if he makes a box of macaroni and cheese, he'll put a can of tuna in there.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that used to be my
I
favorite.
know it's so bad. It's like, okay, at least he's getting healthy protein there. But I mean, we do what we can. We try,
Yeah.
but they know everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, at least my kids are still like very young, so it's a little bit easier. And we do let them if they want ice cream or something. A couple weeks ago we went out, and then my son wanted, I don't know, it was an ice cream cone or maybe a piece of pie and something. And then my daughter was like, but I don't want that. So then we went to like one bakery in this mall. It wasn't a bakery, it was a coffee shop. And she's like, oh, I don't want this. Then we went to another coffee shop, and she's like, all of this is just bread and sugar. The 5-year-old. So she's smarter than I was. Oh my God. Carrie, that's what I'm talking about. They tell diabetics to eat things that are poisonous to them. Yeah, infuriates me. Me too.
Yeah, exactly.
Me too.
It's very infuriating. It's like, I don't know if you guys follow Nisha Berry, Dr. Berry's wife.
Yeah.
But, and the diet, they have both their kids on the carnivore diet. Well, I mean, Bonnie Blue, I think she gives her like berries and stuff, but it's like, man, where were you 26 years ago?
Yeah.
When I was starting to feed my kids, because any better was chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese and juices and
kid
like
food.
That. Yeah, the food.
Yeah, exactly. That like instantly gets them addicted to carbohydrates and sugar. Puts them on a path. Yeah, I mean, I wish I knew about this at least when I was like 11, 12, 13. I wish I would have known about this because I think, as we were talking about earlier, in the female hormonal cycle, it would have just changed everything, I think, for me in those years. And I don't know, I think the teenage years are probably, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe it was just me, I think they're like mentally and physically very tough for people. It felt like that for me. And but I don't know if it would have been that same way if we would have been eating like a proper human diet and not McDonald's and all that stuff. Because I don't think life and this human existence and any aspect of it is supposed to be terrible. You know what I mean? Like it's not supposed to be like painful. I actually did a video about that today. We're supposed to like love life and go at it and have fun and enjoy it. Anyways, sorry, I went on a roll here. I want to know from the people in the comments what their favorite carnivore or what their results have been on carnivore. Can you guys let us know? I'm going to pop them up on the screen. Okay, while we're waiting for people to comment, we got 20 people watching, so I want to have 20 comments of what your favorite thing is about the carnivore diet or what has changed in your life, or even keto or ketovore. What? Tell me about this. I had McDonald's twice today. Was it patties? McDonald's patties. For you guys, just totally random, what is like the strangest change you've had in doing carnivore?
Getting used to eating only meat.
Okay, that's funny.
I think my strangest thing is, coffee is a natural laxative for me, and I'm used to going every day, and I don't anymore.
Okay.
Which is weird for me, because and sometimes I'll be out on a walk, and I'm about a mile from home, and it'll hit.
Oh no! So
I'm like, oh, but I'm not going to start running.
No. Did you? So you don't drink coffee?
I do.
Oh, you do drink coffee?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a necessity.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I drink coffee also. I was just wondering because your bowel movements change. I still poop every day.
Well, with carnivore, I mean, sometimes it can be every day. I guess it depends on how much fat I've had the day before.
Okay.
but for the most part, it's every other day now.
Oh, nice. Well,
Yeah.
it's so interesting. No, I think I eat a lot of fat. Let me tell you about my other thing. These are all my husband's ideas. Carnivore French fries. Okay. Everyone listen, and then I'm going to put your comments up. People are putting their comments. Okay, so you get the pork fat. Go to your butcher again. You have to go to a butcher to find any of this stuff, but get pork fat. Like they give it you two in a square, and then you like cut it up like French fries. You salt it, and you just throw it in the pan, and then it turns into these like it even tastes like a French fry. It
Okay.
literally tastes like a French fry. It's so good. But you want to kind of do the strips a little bit bigger because it'll melt down and then be crispy like a French fry. It's so good.
Okay.
These are two things that your son will eat. You're like, hey, we're having French fries and chicken nuggets. Hey, my daughter ate a bowl of that for breakfast. She loves the fat. It's so funny. I'm glad. I think kids are like more intuitive than we are. We're like, push them to eat the vegetables. They're like, we don't like vegetables.
How old is she?
Actually, Brandon likes vegetables. She's 5, but my son has never liked vegetables, and we've never forced him to eat vegetables. A few times he's liked a pickle, but when we were kids, we hated vegetables also, and we were forced to eat them because it was healthy. I
always liked vegetables when I was a kid.
You did?
Yeah, I loved spinach, broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, all that stuff.
Dan, no. I mean, I liked vegetables recently. I really liked them a lot. Recently being the years of IBS. my irritable bowel syndrome years, I loved vegetables. I said I loved them. They didn't like me. They didn't love me. Okay, so here is Roger. He says, weight loss and greatly reduced pain from, how do you pronounce that? Osteoarthritis in my knees. Great. And Roger goes on a walk every day. I see that on Facebook. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he even got a dog friend. He got a dog recently to go on his walks with him. And he's lost a lot of weight. I think like over 150 pounds. Cindy, this is breakfast, sausage McMuffin with egg and cheese, no muffin. Lunch was 2 quarter-pound patties with cheese. I mean, it sounds really good. It sounds really good.
Yeah, I have gone there to get their quarter pounders with cheese, just the patty, and they're so good. But our McDonald's is so overpriced right now for some reason.
Yeah.
Somebody spent $15 this morning on a biscuit sausage thing and a hash brown and a coffee.
Oh,
yeah, they posted it on Facebook, and I was like, I'm so glad. I mean, if we're going to go out to eat, we're going to go to a sit-down restaurant.
Right.
And probably pay maybe a couple dollars more for better food.
Absolutely. That's crazy. That's nuts. And here's Brooke. I'm ending my 5th month and down 25 pounds. Yay! I wore a skirt this week. I have had 4 years and thought I would never be able to fit into it again. That's awesome. I have my shorts. I have my shorts from when I was 27. I'm going to fit them. I'll be 40 September 16th. Wear those clothes. Okay. Carrie, no more anxiety, much more energy, enthusiasm for life, calmer during stress. I'm also thankful I'm metabolically healthy. Yes, that's awesome. It's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see. Tears. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Have too many issues, but less migraines. Almost zero IBS. D. Which made me practically, what's that word?
Agoraphobic.
What's agoraphobic?
So agoraphobic is when basically you have bad anxiety around people. You don't usually like the house. Even if people come to your house, you can get very anxious, so it's not fun.
Okay. I'm glad that's better. I think D is depression then. I was thinking it was IBS diarrhea, but now it makes more sense that you explained that.
Yeah, so her IBS was so bad, she didn't want to leave her house.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, that's horrible. Here, I'll tell you guys a funny story. My first vacation in many, many years was last Thanksgiving, and we went to a place called Santa Marta, Colombia. The day before, my stomach was like really odd. It was feeling really off. I was bloated. Guess what? I had explosive diarrhea on my first vacation the entire time. I was like literally sitting on the toilet, like before we go on our excursions, trying to get every last thing out of my system because I don't know when I would see another toilet again, because we'd be going to a beach or we're going like 2 hours to do a trip to some like beautiful location. Anyways, so I understand how that can be a disaster, a total disaster.
But it's improved since then, right?
Oh, it was like a week gone. No more diarrhea. I think I've had diarrhea once since then. So
Nice.
I hear people talk about the carnivore diarrhea, and I'm like, no, you have no idea what it's like. No, you have no idea. It's so bad. Cindy, I am mostly ketovore, off BP meds after 50 years. That's so well done. Awesome.
Wow, good.
That's amazing. A1C went down 5.8 to 5.1, down 100 pounds, and maintained this for about a year now. Very well done. Yay. I will get sound effects at some point. There you go. Huzzah. Huzzah. Huzzah, Cindy. Okay, that's a very thing. I love veggies, but they don't love me back. Exactly, Scott. Exactly. I love veggies, but they don't love me back. Dr. Chafee has a shirt like nobody likes Brussels sprouts. I'm like, no, I do. I do love Brussels sprouts.
Dude, I love them. He eats all the vegetables that I love.
Are you a pickle guy? Do you like pickles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, good. We're friends. I love pickles. Cat lady, ketovore, off BP meds after taking for more than 20 years. Wow, that's great.
That's awesome.
That's awesome to hear
Good
that.
for you.
Here's Chad. Minimalist carnivore. It's easier to say Chad. I maintained weight within 2 hours for the last 2+ years. Chad, how much have you lost? You've lost like so much weight. It's a great thing from doing this for 3.5 years to too many things to list that are better. Yep. He's got a channel. He lists his things on his channel. He's very funny also. He's very
we're still in the first year of our journey.
Yeah.
For the most part, he's stalled. He's actually gone up on the scale.
Okay.
And don't really know why or how.
Dairy can do that for sure. Dairy.
Yeah, we cut out the dairy.
You cut out the dairy. Maybe your body's fixing something. Maybe it's healing something. Maybe it's putting on more muscles. Who knows? Who knows? This is like.
Well, it's like I've been saying, we didn't get this way overnight. We're both 46 years old, and, it's going to take a lot more time for the body to heal and get where it needs to be. Yeah, exactly.
Since my accident, I think a little more healing's gone into my arms than anything else.
Yeah.
What was the accident? Is that the thing we were talking about at the beginning?
No. Oh. No, this is a whole. Tell them your story, honey.
I'm a truck driver. I deliver heavy equipment.
Okay.
And I was delivering some scissor lifts. And basically, one of them, as I was unloading it, high-centered and slid off the side of the truck. So I went from roughly 10 feet in the air straight to my arms. And it shattered both elbows and both wrists.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we've been kind of dealing with that. I had to have 2 surgeries and all this kind of fun stuff. And my right arm don't work too well anymore.
Oh, no. Well, I hope it gets better.
We're finally at the end of everything where I got to go take tests to see how disabled I'm going to be, but hopefully not enough to where I can go back to work. I want to go back to bed.
I bet.
Workman's comp is killing us here in California.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay. So Chad is saying at 60, I had a belt from my high school days. I can wear it 1 notch lower than when I was high school. That is wild.
Oh, wow.
So Chad is also like a professional scuba diver and scuba teacher from Florida, and he can correct me if I'm wrong. No, Hawaii. Florida was the wrong word. Hawaii. And he can correct me if I'm wrong. So she says D is for the runs. LOL. Yes. Yes, it is very depressing when you feel like crap.
Which
all the
is
time.
depressing. Yeah.
Oh, Chad says 100 plus pounds. Wow.
Nice.
And Roger 167 pounds. That's crazy. That
Okay,
is
so
crazy.
Roger and Chad, how long did it take you guys to get to that point where you had
Start
lost so
losing
much weight?
weight.
Yeah, to start losing weight, because you know
I mean,
he
Chad.
wants to know.
Yeah. I want to know also. I still got 50 pounds to lose. I want to know also. No.
I just
Chad
feel like
thinks-
it's different for men than it is women. And the thing is
Mhm.
men are usually the ones that lose the weight faster than women do because of the
It's true.
metabolism.
It's
But
true.
it could be the result from the accident from his arms and everything, and just kind of slowing everything down. But I mean,
Yeah, I've gained weight since we started this.
Oh, wow. Interesting. But do you feel better physically? You don't know.
Nothing that I've really noticed.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
My only ups thing to this is I don't take any metformin or anything anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. I mean, that's huge. That's huge.
yeah.
I'm not a big pill taker. I don't trust anything man's got his hand in. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
if I
understand.
can eat meat and not have to take pills, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I bet. Because does metformin make you feel very bad? Does it make you feel like poop?
When you first start it, oh yeah, it's
okay.
It's just like starting carnivore.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I had the exact opposite. I will say I was sick for a month, but I don't think it had anything to do with carnivore. Was if my kids came home sick and then they were better in 2 days and I was sick for a month. You know how that happens.
Mhm.
But it happened to coincide when I started carnivore, but I felt amazing within like days of starting carnivore. Like I have videos of me walking around at 5 a.m, like with all this energy that I don't remember ever having before. I don't remember. When you're a kid, you have this type of energy. Stalling is strange, but happens, and agree. Yeah, it did not get that way overnight. No, it's true.
Okay, but what about the weight gain?
Oh yeah, what about the weight gain? Kelly Hogan gained weight. That's what I know.
She did.
Kelly
Yeah,
Hogan gained weight.
I did hear that. I think Dr. Chafee was talking about that.
Yeah. And who knows? Who knows what's happening as long as like you guys are gonna get your blood work done. Don't believe the cholesterol, but look at everything else or don't believe the reaction to the cholesterol and then
Yeah.
that's
cannot
a better indicator.
Our blood work done, and then we're gonna do a video of it with the results and everything. And so I'm excited. I'm hoping that my A1C is going to be below 6.0.
Yeah, it will. I bet it will. Here we
Yeah.
go. Oh, sorry. Here. Are you on steroid for the injury that can mess up weight loss?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Who knows? Look, I've been doing this since March 1st. I lost 20 pounds like instantly. And now 4 months later, it's 10 pounds like total in like 4 months, like super slow. Yeah, very slow. But I keep thinking like it will come off when it wants to come off. My body's healing itself. Maybe they'll heal the thyroid first, but I don't want to feel like I felt before.
Yeah.
And that's more important to me than if I lose no more weight. I'm so happy that I don't feel terrible. Like I still have back pain, but it's like, I don't know, 80-90% better than it was in the last 20 years. And that's great. And like we were talking about menstrual cycle, I don't want to feel these pains anymore. I don't want to feel IBS anymore. I don't want to have diarrhea anymore. And so that's so much more important than the weight loss for me. So I hope you have some more, and you're off metformin. Like, or, sitting here talking to you guys is much more fun than lying on my couch watching TV because I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
That's what carnivore cured me of couch potato itis. All right, let's see. There's an answer from Roger. It's taken me about 3 years, but I wasn't carnivore most of the time, but I lose most of the weight consistently on carnivore. Okay. Roger was a vegan before, and he says that messed up his health very badly. So,
okay.
So we've chatted before on Facebook. Okay. Let's see. Cindy says, it took me 1 month shy of 2 years to lose 100 pounds. Okay. That's good to know. That's for us gals here that are more than 20 years old. And when I was 20, I could just literally eat eggs, and I've done carnivore diet before without realizing it. My friend's like, let's do this thing called Atkins for a month. And we lost like so much weight and we were so skinny. And we're like, great, done with the diet. Let's eat the junk food again. When you're like 18, 19, 20. I was carnivore the whole time, but first 6 months, ate too many pork rinds, dairy, etc.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't really eat pork rinds. We don't really eat. We really don't eat dairy. I hardly ever have cheese in the house. I do buy cheese for my son.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we just eat meat. And, if we eat lean meat, we add butter to add the fat. But most of the time we'll have we love those bone-in pork steaks from Walmart. When ribeyes go on sale, we'll get a couple of those. But we really, we're on a very low income, very strict budget. So we try to get as much. We try to be as carnivore as we can.
Sure. And I think Dr. Berry has videos about that. Like, do what you can. And it's going to be way better than the inside of Walmart. You stick to the outside of Walmart.
Yeah. Because if all you can afford is Spam and bologna and hot dogs, then that's what you eat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better than going and buying the friggin' hamburger helpers and the macaroni and cheeses and the cans of soup. And oh my gosh, don't get me started on the cans of soup and all the crap they put in those.
Oh my gosh. So I will say what's different about where I live in South America is that they don't do the canned foods here. It's pretty there's rice, there's beans, but they're cooking it from scratch. You don't buy anything out of a can here.
Wow.
And I've learned to cook, even though I don't cook that way anymore, but I've learned to cook soup and all these things that I would have never learned how to cook if I wasn't here. But no, prepackaged foods is not like a big thing here. But what's funny, I will say, so there's a store, it's like Costco, it's called Price Mart. It has everything from Costco in it. And when I would notice people there were a bit more overweight than the people that just went to the regular grocery stores. And maybe I was just being whatever, but I noticed my point is the people that have access to the American crap look less healthy than the people that don't eat that stuff. You get what I'm saying? And it was surprising for me. Great. We all live in America. That's a Rammstein song, I think. We all live in America. Okay. It's been an hour, so I just want to rapidly go through the last comments here, and then you guys can say anything else you want to say. Roger, my goal is to get down to 180 pounds, hopefully by New Year's. You will, Roger.
Yeah.
You will. I'm 180 pounds. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
What was our goal for the year? 175 pounds?
I know, I was trying for 100.
Okay. So 165 pounds was our goal for the year when we started this.
Okay.
Yeah.
By New Year's.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Huh?
By New Year's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. I should set a goal. My goal was to be 120 pounds by my 40th birthday, but that's not going to happen. I don't know if that will ever happen. Roger, 4.8 A1C. Good job.
I think a lot of it too is we're still figuring out the ratios,
Oh, okay.
Because you've got some experts out there that are saying eat more protein. You got some experts out there saying eat more fat.
Right.
And then they're saying, do the 50-50, the 80-20, whatever. And it's we just eat till we're not hungry anymore.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then don't eat again until you're hungry again. It makes life a lot simpler. My husband is type 1 diabetic. His A1C is 6.6, lowest has ever been. He has been keto since October 2020, a few weeks after I started keto. Great. Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
because that's it. That's a whole different beast. Type
Uh-huh.
1. The gain, I do not know. Oh, there was a comment here. Sorry, I'll get back to that in a second. Bella Steak and Butter Gal also gained at first. So it happens. It happens. But she was
Yeah.
coming from like many years of veganism before she went carnivore. So
Yeah. Yeah, I followed her too. I knew she was a vegan before this.
yeah. And she just said, I remember one of her videos that she would just keep eating and eating and eating like she was starving. She wouldn't stop eating. So I understand why you're going to put on weight if you keep eating lots of fat and protein. All right, Chad, the gain, I do not know. I hear so many things myself I've never had, but the last 20 pounds took months and my goal was only 195. Never thought I could get back down to that low. Okay,
Wow.
good. I just feel like it's your body needs to go on some sort of course correction and repairing and whatever else. Like the weirdest thing, I don't wear deodorant anymore, but I had a C-section scar from 5 years ago that like never fully healed, and it healed within like a month and a half of being on carnivore. Like it was still like not fully closed, would smell bad sometimes. 5 years.
Wow.
Crazy, right? It would be
That is
itchy.
crazy.
I was like washing it. It wasn't all the time it was smelling bad. I'm just saying it just wasn't healed. And then it healed after a month and a half.
Right. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. So who knows what's healing in our bodies right now, and the weight will come off when it chooses when it's time.
Yeah.
She's way past 20, 65. Yay, Cindy. Hello from East Tennessee. Hello. This is my friend, Adam. Stay out of that diabetic zone in the middle of the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
The diabetic zone.
When we go to the store, we go straight to the meat.
Yeah, we don't even go to we'll go to the grocery store only if my kids ask for fruit, but we order everything and they deliver it to our house. So we won't it's not so we won't get tempted, it's just so we save time. But that does handle like buying other stuff you don't need. That's what I always say. Get it delivered to your house, spend time doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
I am 5'11", and at 60 years old, to me, it's more about how I feel these days, and the weight is part of that. So it's just the whole thing for me, and no desire to ever go back. Yeah, exactly. By the way, he doesn't look 60, and he acts like a 12-year-old. Sorry. No, his videos are very good, though. His videos are very mature. He has very good videos. Hello, Carnivore. Oh, from Kentucky, Central Kentucky. Roger, 62. Nice. But also is going to say at my age and my height, I hold 178 pounds is something the doc said would never happen. They were wrong. Yet again.
That's another thing too, is, proving the doctors wrong, proving everybody wrong.
Right.
Because we've had, it's mostly our family that are telling us, you're killing yourself eating all this butter and all this fat. It's like, I was telling my nephew, I said, I'll have 2 to 3 tablespoons of my coffee every morning. And I will split a pot of coffee.
Okay.
And I'll, 2 to 4 tablespoons of butter just in coffee alone.
Right.
And, and then if I have a lean meat like chicken breast, I'm going to put butter on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
But, they're always giving us shit about it, you're doing it wrong. You're going to kill yourselves. And I haven't keeled over yet.
No.
My main goal, our main goal, weight loss is a bonus, but we're trying to reverse our type 2 diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
I have arthritis in my knees. The cartilage is going out of my knees. That's another hereditary thing.
Mm-hmm.
And my knees feel a lot better than they did. They don't ache like they used to.
Sure.
And when I get up and walk, I after sitting for a while or get up in the morning, it would hurt to walk. My knees would have to hold me up, and it's not fun.
No, it's not fun. It's much funner to feel great.
Yeah.
Because everything else is so much nicer when you're not in pain.
Mm-hmm.
My husband's biggest win of the carnivore diet is that I don't complain about my back every day. He's sitting right next to me. He's doing something else. I don't even know if he heard me. All right, we're going to go through a few more of these. Amber, you have to find out what works for you now, what works for everyone else. Yeah, exactly. You have to find out what works for you.
Yeah.
Ooh, this sounds delicious. I'm trying to make air fryer mozzarella sticks. Let us know how that goes.
Laura Spath has a recipe. It wasn't mozzarella, but it was some kind of cheese that she gets. And she does it in her air fryer. And she says it's just like eating cheese fries. It's so good.
Oh, wow. That sounds good. That sounds good. Except I can't do cheese, really.
Yeah, we don't do cheese. So I'm like, I'm not even going to try that recipe.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Carnivore Backwoods. 5 months in, I'm down 60 pounds, A1C 5.7. Wow, down from 7.1. No longer diabetic and off metformin. Wow, that's awesome. I feel better than ever. Yes, I'm so happy to hear that. Look, this is so awesome because it's not just us talking, which I love anyways, but look, people are going to come and they're going to see these wins later. Maybe this will help somebody else also.
Exactly. That's awesome. What we're trying to do. We're trying to get the word out. We're trying to spread the word,
Right.
Tell people that about this way of life and the benefits for you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, that's the last comment, and that's a fantastic comment to end off on. We didn't go through all the comments, I will say that, but thank you everybody for commenting. I want to say something really quick. So September 16th is my birthday. I will be 40, and I am doing a 24-hour live stream with Carrie at Homestead How and Carnivore today. We're going to do a 24-hour live stream. Good night, Chad. And what we're attempting to do in this live stream is to get 1,000 people like into it and through it within those 24 hours and saying like a 1 to 2 minute story at most of their carnivore experience. And we're trying to get this for the documentary. So I don't know how we're going to do that to 1,000 people in 24 hours. But if you guys want to be there and anyone in the chat wants to be there, let me know. We need a lot of people. But because we want to show the impact of 1,000 people saying, I'm a carnivore, I've lost 160, I reversed my diabetes, I'm no longer depressed, whatever the story is, but very fast, like one after another. And we're trying to get some other guests there also.
Okay. And that'll be after our blood test results too. So
yay.
We'll be able to.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. As soon as I have a little bit more about that, I'm going to send out information, but I just wanted to tell people, good, Carrie, you're on the list. I want to tell people about it now so we can start talking about it and let people know. And would you guys like to say anything else before we end off?
I don't know. Do you want to say anything?
Pretty much said everything.
Thanks, Dan.
Not much of a talker, y'all. So
the ladies did the talking.
It look pretty while I do all the talking. But anyway, I think it's great that what Alia is doing here, trying to get the word out, and we just want to help people. So if you guys want to come on over to our channel and follow us, it's Amber and Dan's Carnivore Life, and we try to upload as much as we can, but we're lazy people, so I'm just gonna right now. I do throw in some cooking videos when I get a bright idea. So I do have some cooking tutorials on there. And, if you guys want to help keep us accountable and follow us on our journey, we are on a journey to reversing diabetes and better health. And weight loss is definitely a bonus, but we want to try to get those other things taken care of first. Diabetes is the number one thing that we're trying to get rid of. And, we just want to get the word out to people and let everybody know that this is the way of life. It sounds, does it sound cultish to you the way we talk sometimes?
Yeah, maybe, but once you join.
Join us.
I think maybe people think that way because we're like so emphatic and so excited about it because we felt like poop for so long, and then such an easy solution that doesn't require big food, big pharma, big lies, and so it's just a bunch of decent people that want to help each other.
Yeah, it's just a trip to the grocery store or your local butcher,
Yeah,
if you have that. And just trying to get the word out. It's just better health for everybody overall.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I agree. 100%.
Good night, Roger.
Good night, Roger.
And
I'll see you
thank you
later.
all for the comments and the information. You know, it really helps.
It does.
We're all a big team here. We're all trying to do the same thing. And I've said it before. I said, you know, this community is what I would pick to go into battle with me.
Oh yeah, me too.
The support that you get from everybody is just amazing. Everybody is so supportive in this community, and it's awesome. Really feels good.
It does. It's nice. All right. Well, with that, I think we're gonna say goodnight, everybody. So I do a little dance when I end the broadcast because it takes forever for it to end. Bye, everybody.